Hi all. In this video, I'm going to talk about recruitment and the various sources of recruitment. Recruitment refers to the process of searching and attracting the right candidates and hiring them for various vacancies in an organization. So, therefore, the recruitment process is also called as a hiring process since it involves the activities like identifying the right candidates for the job, stimulating them to apply for jobs in an organization, interviewing the candidates, selecting the candidates, and hiring them for various vacancies in an organization. So basically, the main purpose of the recruitment process is to find talented and qualified individuals for the growth and development of the organization. So therefore, we can also tell that the recruitment process is a part of the human resource management department. The sources of recruitment can be bifurcated into two types: internal sources of recruitment and external sources of recruitment. Whenever an organization aims to fill up the job vacancies from employees who are currently on the payroll of the organization, then it is called as internal sources of recruitment. The various internal sources of recruitment could be like promotions, transfers. And on the other hand, external recruitment is when the business or the organization aims at filling up the job vacancies from prospective employees who are outside the organization. So, the various sources of external recruitment could be filling up job vacancies through consulting firms, advertisements in newspapers, through social advertisements in social networking site, social medias like Naukri.com and all the other stuff. Further, let's analyze the various internal sources of recruitment. The first internal sources of recruitment is promotions. Promotions refers to the movement of an employee from a low grade job to a higher grade job with better salary and emoluments. So the promotion policy is followed as a motivational technique for the employees who have really worked hard and contributed towards the growth of the organization. So generally, promotions result in enhancement in pay, positions, responsibility, and authority. Next is retired employees. Sometimes the retired employees may be given extensions in their services in case of non availability of suitable candidates for the posts which would be left vacant after their retirement. Next we have is transfers. Transfers refers to movement of an employee from one job grade to another job grade, similar job grade or the same level job grade, but to a different branch in the organization. Sometimes employees need not be transferred from branch of the organization to another. They may also be transferred from one department to another whenever there are suitable job vacancies. Further, the another source of internal recruitment is former employees. Former employees who had performed well during their tenure may be called back and given high wages and high incentives in order to again recruit them back in the organization. So these were some of the internal sources of recruitment. Now let's look into some of the advantages of internal sources of recruitment. Firstly, in the internal sources of recruitment, the present employees in an organization are given a chance to move to jobs at higher levels, and people within the organization are selected to fill up job vacancies. Therefore, this leads to positive motivation among the employees and improves their morale. So, when the morale of the employee is enhanced, the productivity in the organization is also enhanced, and ultimately, the organization is in a better position to achieve its goals. Next, the internal sources also result in economy in training costs as training costs are saved because the employees already know about the nature of job to be performed. Next, the internal sources also promotes loyalty among the employees because employees are rewarded for the hard performance or the hard work by by giving them promotions and moving them to better job levels. Lastly, internal sources also gives the opportunity or encourages self development. Since employees always have a chance of more, climbing up their career if they perform well in an organization. So, and in the under internal sources, whenever there's a suitable job vacancy, employees within the organization are considered. Therefore, this positively motivates employees for continuously enhancing their skills. So, therefore, internal sources also provide opportunities for self development. And further, internal sources also lead to further saving in costs as there is no need to give advertisements about the new vacancies in the organization. Therefore, overall we can tell that internal sources is a reliable and a easy source for filling up job vacancies. Now let's look into some of the demerits or disadvantages of internal sources of recruitment. Since employees within the organizations are considered for filling up job vacancies, and if there are two employees who are equally competent, choosing one employee over the other will lead to conflicts among the two employees. Further, since in the cases of internal sources of recruitment, the superiors who are recruiting the subordinates for higher level jobs already know the subordinates. Therefore, there is a scope for favoritism, where superiors would choose certain subordinates who are who are their favorites for the job, even though they may not be perfectly suited for the job vacancies. Next, internal sources may not always be in the best interest of the company. Sometimes, because people from outside may sometimes have better knowledge of modern technology and innovative ideas, and opting for internal sources of recruitment does not give a chance to these young people from outside to enter into the organization and provide their new ideas. So, therefore, sometimes internal sources also results in inbreeding of old ideas. Next, sometimes external candidates are much better and suited for the job, uh, and sometimes because of all this, sometimes internal sources of recruitment may also bring down the morale of the employees of the who are currently working in the organization, because they are not getting opportunities for promotion, and they're not being selected for suitable job vacancies. So this may lead to demorale of the existing workforce. So overall, sometimes we can conclude that for certain job vacancies, internal sources of recruitment may not be suitable. Moving on to external sources of recruitment. Now let's look into the various external sources of recruitment. The first external source is advertisements. Advertisements in through print media and through electronic media are also a potential source for attracting prospective candidates. And moreover, through advertisements, a wide choice of appropriate candidates is available for the organizations to select from. And next we have is employment exchanges. Employment exchanges refers to exchanges which is maintained by the government. Now these exchanges contains a database of the suitable candidates, and so whenever there are job vacancies, the organizations can approach these employment exchanges to get data about suitable candidates, and recruitments can be made. Next we have is campus recruitment. Now, it is one of the best possible methods for companies to select students from various educational institutes, and it is very easy and economical source of recruitment. The company officials in under campus recruitments visit the various institutes and select suitable candidates for the particular post through interviews, and therefore students also get an opportunity to prove themselves and find a job themselves before they are outside the portals of the institutes from where they are studying. Next we have is employee referrals. Employee referrals is a technique wherein the present workforce, present employees who are currently working in the organization, they are asked to suggest names of suitable people whom they know, who could be their friends or their relatives who are suitable for the job vacancies. So employee referrals is also one of the sources, potential sources of external recruitment. And in return for employee referrals, many organizations reward the employees who are referring their suitable candidates by way of giving them cash incentives and other benefits. Next we have is unsolicited applicants. Sometimes even if they are not vacancies in the organizations, people who are looking out for jobs, they come in and they drop their resumes in the organization. So this is called as an unsolicited applicants, okay, because they are not called for. That's why that word unsolicited is used. So unsolicited applicants, when they come to the organizations collect their database or their CVs, and they store it, so that whenever there is a job vacancies, then these unsolicited applicants will also be screened in order to find out potential or prospective employees. Next we have is e-recruitment. E-recruitment is basically advertising job vacancies through e-recruitment portals like Naukri.com, Naukri.com, TimesJobs.com. Then you have LinkedIn, and there's so many job search engines which are available. So whenever organizations find that there's a suitable vacancy, they post the job vacancy on these e-recruitment sites, and the prospective candidates can who are logging into these sites can have identified the job vacancies and then apply for the jobs in the organizations. Next we have is walk-in interviews. Sometimes organizations do not conduct a initial screening process. What they do is whenever there's a job vacancy, they just advertise the job vacancy and also give the time and interview date for the interview, So suitable candidates who feel that they are a perfect fit for the job can apply for these jobs, and they don't have to actually apply, they just have to directly come for the interviews. Lastly, we have consultancy firms. Consultancy firms are basically known as the human resource consultancy firms. Are those who offer, find a perfect match, or who act as a medium between the organizations and the people who are seeking jobs. So whenever the organizations find that there's a vacancy, they approach these consultancy firms, and these consultancy firms scrutinize the database of applicants, or the database of prospective employees, and whoever the prospective candidates, they send these prospective candidates to the organizations to fill up the various job vacancies. So these are some of the external sources of recruitment. Now, moving to the various merits of external sources of recruitment. Firstly, the external sources, under external sources of recruitment, the best selection is possible as a large number of candidates apply for the jobs. Therefore, there is a great possibility of availability of suitable candidates. And in case in case the organizations feel that suitable candidates are not available within the organizations, then external sources of recruitment guarantees the availability of suitable candidates. Next, under external sources of recruitment, new talents gets the opportunity to work in an organization. Therefore, this results in bringing new ideas into the organization. And this external sources of recruitment is also an economical process, or rather it is cost saving, because sometimes to fill up certain job vacancies, people from within the organizations, when they are moved up, or they're giving promotions, they need to be given higher salaries, and better emoluments or better incentives. Whereas sometimes filling up these job vacancies from outside will try to be prove less costly compared to filling up the job vacancies from the present employees. So these are some of the merits of external sources of recruitment. Now let's look into the demerits of external sources of recruitment. Under external sources of recruitment, since employees from the outside the organizations are given a chance to fill up the job vacancies, this leads to lowering the morale of the existing employees, and this demoralization of the existing workforce results in lesser productivity for the organization. Next, because the existing employees of the organization may not lend their full cooperation and support to the new employee who is recruited from outside. This again leads to the problem of adjustment for the new employee. Next, external sources of recruitment is also an expensive on one hand, because you have to advertise the job vacancies. The new employee has to be given the necessary training. So the increase in the cost of advertisements and the training facilities which have to be provided to the new candidates also increases the cost for the organization. And moreover, the problem of maladjustment may may arise for the new employee, because the new employee may not get the necessary support and cooperation from the existing employees. Further, the external sources of recruitment also lead to creating a sense of insecurity among the existing employees. And because under if the organization opts for external sources of recruitment, the skills and ambitious employees who are currently working in the organization may switch the jobs more frequently. So these are some of the demerits of external sources of recruitment.